Hey y'all, welcome back. It is officially the last day of April. Today is a very short day. The sun is already setting, but welcome to day 3 of my daily vlogs of the bus build and eventually my life. So let's get started.
So we're right where we left off yesterday, and as I mentioned just a few moments ago, I only have a very short day because, well,
the sun is setting. And well, the reason today is such a short day is because today, April 30th, 2022, is a very special day for my lovely sister, Taylor. Taylor just graduated with her bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Look at her checking herself out in the mirror right there. She's like, do I look good for camera? Okay. Anyways, so my sister had graduation. I didn't think I was going to make it to the bus today, but I did. So I have very, very few things I need to do. In fact, I only have one thing, so let's get started.
okay, so these are the spray paints that I'm working with. They say they're good for indoor and outdoor use. I'm aware that this is not the best brand of paint. However, this door could very possibly be temporary until I can create something else. So for now, I decided to go with this nice pretty light color on the inside just to liven up this space in the meantime of the build.
And then I have this whitish gray color to hopefully match the outside of my bus because, you know, one side's going on the inside and one side's going on the outside. So I only have about 20-30 minutes of pure sunshine left, so I really think I'll be able to spray both of these colors on one side and the other. We'll see how this goes.
And isn't this just the cutest color? It's probably not the permanent color, but like I said, I needed it to liven up the space in the meantime while I'm doing the build.
Also, one reason why I am looking up for this project is that right here on the can, it says
that it dries in 10 minutes or less.
Which is one of the benefits of spray paint. If you've ever spray painted before,
I'm so sorry.
Last time I'm inviting her on set. No, I'm just kidding. On set, like this is a whole TV show. I wish, if you have any producers looking and want to film a school bus conversion. We already had CNBC in here. You could be next. And Times Magazine, actually. So who's next? Okay. Enough about me. So yes, this stuff says it's going to dry in 10 minutes or less. If you've ever spray painted before, you know how fast this stuff dries. I need to start shaking, so that we can get painting.
So originally I was just going to give up and spray paint this on the floor since the floor is going to be covered everywhere. It's not that big of a deal.
But I don't feel like working around that big of a mess. So I'm headed to the back of the bus because yesterday while I was here, I actually noticed that one of the pieces of plywood I purchased a few months ago
has unfortunately started to mold, which is kind of concerning. If you look right here, I have this whole stack of plywood, some of which I actually kind of plan to use for my subfloor now, that I need to check to make sure it's not all molding.
But since that piece is molding, instead of like resalvaging it, I'm just going to spray paint all over it and then toss it later. I think I'll be able to use some of the pieces later, but we'll see. That's a problem for later. I'm going to use that spray paint on top of so I don't make a big mess in the bus.
Okay, I feel like I had a lot of space to work with, and then my mind just didn't know how to use it correctly. But that's fine. We're going to start spray painting. I've already shaken up the can. And yeah. Also, that is what I believe to be the mold all along there.
And while that is a little concerning, kind of also makes sense just based on where it was. It was over where the leaks were happening, so there was a lot of humidity going over there. I'm sure some of the wood actually got wet from the leaks. On top of that, it was the top piece of wood. Everything else I've looked at has been good, but again, I'll look at all that wood later. Hey y'all, you know me with the outfit change. Going in with the white first. Hopefully this goes very fast. Taylor, you might want to step aside. This always happens. I lost the top. Y'all know what I forgot. You don't even have to say it out loud. We all know what I forgot. Mess. And I'm murdering my poor sister back there on her graduation day. Almost done the first coat on the first side. Okay, so I just finished up the spray painting. I stepped outside so that the air can ventilate in there. I opened up a bunch of windows. I thought I'd be fine, but the air was still hard to breathe. As you can see, that is why I painted the first coat gray, like a grayish white color, so that it would match the outside of the bus, because, well, half of the door will be going right here, so it'll kind of blend in enough. And then I did that coat first because it's not an exciting color, really. I mean, I've already spray painted several things whitish gray. I'm excited to do the second coat. That's gonna look really pretty. I set a timer for 10 minutes. I'm gonna let it dry, then I'm gonna flip it over and paint the other side. But in the meantime, I figured I could just give y'all an update on what the bus is up to. I'm gonna show y'all real fast though. This is the very apparently patchy spray paint job. Whew. The air is thick. Okay, let's give it a little test touch. Oh, impressive. I probably don't even need to let it dry for another, like, what, I think I have 7 minutes left. But just for my sake and breathing in this air, whew. So I figured while we wait for that paint to dry, I can just give you a little update on where I am with the bus. So as you may or may not know, if you've been following me on other social medias, I have been tackling leaks since December. I don't know how many months that's been, but it's been way more than I could have ever anticipated. The leaks were so bad that I could not lay subfloor down without fear of mold and rot. And as plywood prices are so expensive now, that just wasn't really an option to potentially damage that plywood, and the last thing you want in your bus is mold. So I had to put all of that on pause, which meant the whole build on pause. You know, you can't really build a bus, you know, you can't really build something without the foundation. The foundation is literally the subfloor. So I've been just really tackling little projects like that for the last few months, but you know, I told you today's the last day of April, which means summer is right around the corner. And summers get brutal, they get hot, they get humid. One of my goals for April was to get my mini split unit installed. I don't even have a floor installed, so I'm really trying to pick up the pace. The leak that I was tackling for so long, I've minimized it from what I think was originally like 5 leaks in one window is now like 1 leak. So I feel comfortable laying subfloor now. The only problem is all of the local hardware stores are out of the insulation I wanted and 3/4 plywood. I'm really excited for this build. Like, I am extremely excited to document this, not only for y'all, but really for me. I feel like, you know, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm already obsessed with my build and it hasn't even begun. I love all of the colors I'm gonna be choosing, just like anyone. Like, my build isn't different, but you know, it's just so fun documenting this, knowing I'll be able to look back on things. You know, this process has taken way longer than I could have ever imagined, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that this dream is happening, and you know, to see all of my ideas eventually come to life. Oof, y'all, I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, so I guess that was a little bit of an update for you. My alarm just went off, so I'm gonna go into the bus now and start to spray paint the other side. And as you can see, it is already pretty dark in here. I'm standing in front of a window so you can't see, but I am running out of time, so let's go. Okay, I'm testing all the pieces. When they say this stuff dries in 10 minutes or less, they are not kidding. You know, at least enough to get another coat on. So now I'm flipping all of these over, which is honestly so great. I'm flipping these over. I'm gonna get them a bit closer to each other this time. And now we can start spray painting the fun color, the color that I am so excited for. I feel like the fun part about this project is, while this is maybe like a temporary color, this is the first time y'all have seen like my taste in colors. I guess kind of the vibe I'm going for. Very colorful, y'all. I'm a very, very colorful person. I cannot wait to bring this bus alive with color. Because, I mean, y'all see the gray bus and everything, the white bus. You might get the idea that I'm a modern kind of aesthetic girl. You're wrong to assume that. You're wrong to assume that. My poor sister was not amused. She was like, okay, time to go. I took a nap before this, which is why my hair is all lopsided. Oops. I think the funnest part, that's not a word, I think one of the most fun parts about filming this bus conversion is trying to find good angles for y'all to see everything that's happening. Like, if y'all could see the process of the angle of this phone, it'd be kind of funny. We're gonna start spray painting now. If I can. Why is this so hard? Am I doing something wrong? Obviously. Okay. You ready? I am. The pretty color. Oh, so beautiful. Wow, I love this color. Honestly, it's a little bit more like greenish teal than I wanted to go for, but granted, this isn't the permanent color. Okay, y'all, there you have it. That is the very quick, simple project for today. Now I'm going to leave these to dry and get my sister some ice cream to celebrate her amazing achievements. Okay, and on that note, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the fun project for today. We finally have some color in this bus. The next vlog, I'm going to start piecing that window together and then creating the actual door. So mind you, right now, this is just like the framing for the window that I'll be putting in the door. And next step is putting the window in, then framing the window, putting the window in, creating the door with the hinges, the knob, everything. So yeah, and then the very last step will be cutting out a hole in the side of my bus, which I'm actually really excited for. Like I'm craving some craziness right now. So thank you so much for being here. I'm about to go get my sister some ice cream to celebrate her graduation. If anybody wants to congratulate my sister on her graduation, her name is Taylor. She graduated with a degree in cybersecurity. Thank you so much for being here. You know where to follow me. I post on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.